June 10th, 2014. This is the date the world would discover Amiibo in a Nintendo Direct. These were announced to work with Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. You know, that console that people thought was an accessory or just laughed at when you mentioned it? Yeah, that thing. These were some cool little NFC figures, much like Skylanders or Disney Infinity, except these felt more pointless because they barely added anything to any of the games. So how did Amiibo survive when Skylanders and Disney Infinity sunk into the depths of water like someone who messed with the Mafia? Well, there were a lot of Nintendo fans' wet dream for collectibles. I mean, look at it, Super Smash Bros. Wii U was the ultimate Nintendo crossover game at the time, plus a few third-party characters at the time. This means that if you're a fan of Nintendo's franchises, there's gonna be someone you like with a figure of them made. Another thing that helped was a little thing called artificial scarcity, a thing Nintendo likes to do to drum up hype. That, or they are really bad at managing stock. I'm British, so I have different experiences from the Americans in my audience. I'm also not exactly wealthy, so I couldn't get them all even if I wanted to, which I did because give me my Nintendo toys. Ahem. To not separate my audience too much by map location, waves came out. Certain figures were more rare than others. People went insane. Eventually more lines of Amiibo would come out, such as Animal Crossing and the Mario line of Amiibo. The Mario line of Amiibo are the most generic Amiibo, but it makes sense because they were advertised alongside Mario Party 10, so they probably figured they didn't need to make super interesting figures, because anything would look good alongside that game. The Animal Crossing Amiibo aren't the most interesting things ever. They were advertised alongside Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, so they probably figured anything would be interesting next to that game. My god, Nintendo, I hope you never have another period like 2015 and 2016, because... A big thing that made these Animal Crossing Amiibo more appealing to me was that unlike the Mario Amiibo, this wasn't a huge series at the time. It was big, but it was mostly New Leaf at that point, and so generally there wasn't that much Animal Crossing merchandise you could get. The Animal Crossing Amiibo could have easily been the death of these Toys to Life figures, because toy shops were more stocked up on these than my house when it comes to eating things my stomach doesn't like me eating. You guys don't understand, they needed 10,000 Tom Nook figures to help them manage their money. How else would they know that 10,000 Tom Nook figures is too many if they weren't there to tell them, damn it? Amiibo started getting real weird and expanded its view on what it took to be an Amiibo.
I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it.
Animal Crossing got Amiibo cards, which this I actually think would be pretty smart if it was just for general Nintendo characters. I think people would love to hunt for a super rare card of a character they love. Animal Crossing, despite being massive, can only really appeal to Animal Crossing fans and Amiibo fans, which limits these cards' appeal more than if it was just a more general Nintendo sort of thing. Additionally, we got Yoshi Amiibo. The fabric will never be perfectly neat, and this bothers my mind so much, but Mega Yoshi has a place in my heart. Now I just need to get the other 4 Amiibo from that line so I can complain about the fabric on them too, because I bitch about everything. What else did we get Amiibo for? Well, a lot of popular franchises eventually got them. Monster Hunter, Splatoon, Zelda, Chibi-Robo. Chibi-Robo did get one, but... it's not a popular franchise. At the point where more people know you because of a YouTuber shoving one of your games in the toilet than people that actually bought your game at its release, you've ran into an issue.
This game blows!
The popular franchises are fine, but I want to talk about the gimmicky Amiibo. We got a glow-in-the-dark Boo, a squishy Metroid, a Guardian with adjustable legs, a Smash Bros. Mr. Game & Watch where you could swap out the poses, and a fucking box of cereal. We have had some weird Amiibo, and I think some parts of the Nintendo World/Land, whatever theme park it is, has a badge-like one, but the cereal box easily takes it as the weirdest for me. What can you expect from in-game functionality with these figures? Well, not a lot, but I like it that way. I know it's weird and my brain's likely being stupid, but I don't want these figures to have a massive use. But I also want them to have some use so I can justify buying them for the prices that I pay, even though I keep most of them in boxes and can't even see the backside of them or use them in games. Certain games offer cosmetic differences like Yoshi's Woolly World or Mario Kart 8. This is what Amiibo are mostly used for, but occasionally it can be other stuff. Stuff that feels annoying, like the Switch version of Skyward Sword, locking fast travel behind the Amiibo. I know there's still a quick way to get from place to place, but from what I can tell, the Amiibo makes the process faster, and that just shouldn't be the case. See, now that's the issue with Amiibo. It's such a tricky line of, is this an acceptable use? Honestly, games like Skylanders, which I do think are overhated games, could be really good for Amiibo. But instead of a game like that, we got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and that mode in Mario Party 10. These were just bad. I like when it's the cosmetics and bonus items, but never when it's a quality of life improvement, especially if you can still unlock them by playing the game. I think my favourite way any game has used Amiibo functionality is in Yoshi's Woolly World, but Smash for Wii U did have what seems to be a decent but niche feature where you could train the Amiibo to fight well. I never had any interest in that, although I will say it does look interesting, just not my cup of tea. Also, is it illegal that I'm British and don't like tea? Now, let's play a segment called Let's Look Up the Amiibo on the eBay to see the prices on the Amiibo that we searched for on the eBay. First off, Wintercoat Isabelle. Okay, not bad. Next, Smash Bros. Mario. Okay, not terrible I guess. Wolf Link. Okay, that one's getting a bit much. Oh hey, I have that one. Gold Mega Man. Oh fuck, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back! Box Boy! Now that I've recovered from blowing my brains out, let's look at what the future holds for Amiibo. There's the Smash DLC figures, but otherwise the future doesn't look amazingly bright. Smash has always been the consistent for Amiibo too, so it's a mystery to me as to what to expect, but I'm sure plenty of the bigger releases will come out with overpriced plastic shit that's overfilling a landfill somewhere that I can't help but keep buying because I need to buy stuff to fill the massive hole in me that can only be filled with purchases from Amazon. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go back to trying to look at what my Amiibo look like from the back, since most of them are still in the box, and it's not that simple. No, I won't take them out of the box. If I did that, I'd be at risk of losing my virginity.